I got this tattooed on my arm when I was still teaching, but it says, "Happy is the man who can make a living of his hobby." If I can live and be engaged in things that genuinely interest me, that's it. That is my dream. I had a stack of papers that I was supposed to grade, and I didn't grade them for a week. I just kept, no, no, no. And I was on the metro in Mexico City, and I left them on the metro, and I got off, not intentionally. Whew. There went all the kids' papers, and I felt so bad that it was a disrespect to the kids and to the profession that I realized I needed to step away from teaching because my heart wasn't in it. My name is Elliot Kuhn. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I grew up here, and then I moved to Santa Cruz, California, and I studied sociology and education, and I became an English teacher. I remember being not in school one day, and I remember walking, and I went through a tianguis, and I was like looking at all the vegetables and just the human interaction, people out, right? And they're out and they're interacting and they're exchanging goods. And I definitely remember feeling like, oh, that's something I would like to be a part of. It was this rich kind of cultural connection. I finished the year, but I told them I wouldn't come back the next year. And I moved to Texas, and that's where I started. I worked for 2 farms. They were really big scale, 4 times the size of my property, 5 times the size of my property, all vegetables. And so, very different system. I don't think I like that style of, that huge of farming isn't interesting to me, but it was very eye-opening, very hard work, 6 hours in the field picking, washing, and then packing and delivering. So to me, farming seemed like it was a skill I wanted to learn, I was interested in it, and it offered me the freedom to sort of be outside and experience the world with a little less, formality. This is part of me trying to figure out how can you do good things in your immediate community in this world and also have it benefit yourself, I don't want to be rich off this, but it's something that if I can get a little income to sustain it, then that's awesome, because I feel like it pushes me to be a part of this community that I'm living in. Probably the most difficult part, I think, is just learning how to get plants to do what they want to do and do them the best that they can, because it's organic and I'm not certified organic, but I'm not using pesticides. Learning to, okay, insects are going to be a part of the field here. I'm not going to eliminate them. So how do I work with them? How do you work with just the natural environment where you can still get a good-looking product and a good, healthy food, but not have everything destroyed, right? And so just finding the balance, I think, is the hardest thing. You don't need to be an expert about something to get in there and start doing it, right? It's about time, it's about desire and practice, right? And commitment. Bees was just a product opportunity. I didn't even know they were there. My uncle found them. I looked up on the internet. I was trying to look for bee boxes to keep them in. And this great guy, Mike, he's like, yeah, I got used boxes and I mentor people. You want to come over and help you out. We'll cut them out. We'll talk about stuff. So he came over, showed me the boxes, and then we suited up, and we just went in and basically started cutting and forcing the hive to the center. So taking out all this old wax. And then once you get them down to little centers, you bring them in the box and you tie their comb into the frames. So it's a way for them to learn to start drawing it that way. It's simple. Bees have been doing their thing for millions of years. They don't need our help to teach them how to be, I just want some honey sometimes. I think what nature is calling for is water and food. Those are the two things that I think are really important. Food is something that we create. It's not something that just pops up in a plastic container and you purchase it. Everyone needs to eat. And so you're seeing a lot of different communities come together, Black, Latino, Asian, white, and we can mix together around food because it's something basic that we all need. If there's any hope, you have to start on your property, your neighborhood, your circle, right? And it has to almost be an individual choice at first, in the hopes that enough people make that individual choice. You know, it's hopefully a domino effect, and that's where you have to start. But I think there's this basic level that we all came from the earth, and so to connect back to it is this really powerful thing. And getting back in touch with the earth is then allowing me to go into these other realms and invite people to come there too. That I think you can break down a lot of barriers people have. I think you can build some sort of excitement about the natural world. That awareness to me is being able to offer that awareness back to other people, I think is a huge, huge part of where I'm going with all of this stuff.